Ladies and gentlemen, I beg your permission to stand on the protocols already established. A pleasant good evening to you all. It is indeed a pleasure and an honor to have been chosen as the class valedictorian of the year 2020. And this is not cricket, this is real life. Congratulations to my fellow graduates on reaching this important milestone in our educational journey. In simple words, just say, big up on yourself, fire. You know? I think I'm still dreaming, but please don't wake me up. Today is a day in which we reflect upon and celebrate our determination, sweat, and even tears that went in the challenging work which brought us here. Today is our day. During our time here at Edna Manley, we have grown only not artistically, but also academically and professionally. And that's for me, for real. We have learned to define life in our own terms and not to allow external circumstances define us. Many people say we can't do it, especially me, but guess what, I fight through it. We also learned that the choices we make today will determine our future. In the words of the Gargamel Bujabantan, who I respect, it's not an easy road. Many see the glamour and the glitter, so them think a better road. Who feels it knows. Lord, help us sustain these blows. Just bear with me for a moment while I share with you my personal journey that led me here at Edna Manley. But first, I'd like you to ponder on these questions, really big questions, you know. What is the key to success? Now, Usain Bolt, Bob Marley, Chris Gayle, a few of our heroes, national heroes for me. What did these three people have in common? Yeah, they had success. Success did not fall in their lap, you know. They had to work hard and were very disciplined in their training, just like I'm very disciplined with my bass guitar. They had to work hard to reach the finishing line, and now you can see the success they are having. Here at Edna Manley, I remember a story told by Dr. Aminia Blackwood Meeks. That's what keeps me going up to this date right now. Of a man pushing a big iron ball up a hill. She made it clear that it's okay to rest, but if he gives up, that big iron ball will run him over. So this goes to show that no matter what the challenges we face in life, it is okay to take a break, but we must never give up the fight. My journey started as a little boy who came from nothing. No light, no water. I used to travel to school with one book, a pencil, and no shoes. But guess what? Music drew me to church. And by using my own methods, I developed a way. I didn't know any notes on the bass guitar. I just create something. And by that, I teach members of my community using those same principles. That was my research this year, you know. Using culture to teach people what them, you know, using Jamaican culture to educate youths. Yeah, but wow, you know. So a few years later, I found myself playing in the hotels where I got the opportunity to develop my musical craft. With the assistance of other musicians, I was able to transcend to a higher level where I got the chance to network with some of Jamaica's best musicians who gave me the opportunity to travel all over the world, you know. Big up musicians. Wow, some may say this is the ultimate achievement, but I knew something was missing, you know. I feel in my heart something was missing. And I knew I had grown, you know. I had the practical covered, but the theoretical and educational aspect was very lacking in my life. And you know, it's very bad. I couldn't speak properly. I couldn't write. You know, only music I could play. So I was determined to fix these imbalances. So I went back to the basics, way back. I went to evening school, where I met teachers like Miss Brown, you know, from the Ocho school. I big her up every day, you know. I went back there, and when I passed all 3 courses I took, you know. And when I heard about the experience program at Edna Manley, I wasted no time. I ran my way to Edna, and Mr. Roger Clark, Mr. Roger William, he signed me. And you know, today, I'm fortunate to be on this stage. Starting this reality, all the challenges you can think of were revealed. The school fee was one thing, you know. The next thing is keeping up with the everyday gas and food bill, driving from here back and forth to Ocherius, you know, was a big thing for me, you know. And the educational challenges. When I came here, I couldn't write a sentence, you know. But, you know, yeah, I just always try to follow after good company, you know, and they are the one who bring me here today. You know, educationally, I can talk big in English now. I can write any research right now, which I couldn't do when I come to Edna Manley. I never stopped there. My goal was to finish this journey. I'm pressing on the upward way. New heights I'm gaining every day. This is one of my favorite gospel songs when I'm driving my car and I'm stressed out. That's what I listen to, you know. In the year three, this is what real now pushed me to the finish line. The younger generation, you know, Oshie and Love, Tony and Grant, all those people, when I see how bright them be, I say, no, I can't make them left behind me. I have to run behind them, you know. So right away, I just take up my button and I start run behind all them brilliant students, you know. So them push me to the finish line. And Tony and Grant is like my little sister at Edna Manley. Lishay niece, you know, Lishay Grant is like my niece. She just, you know, I just take her in my arms and, you know, I push her right now. I see a lot of changes in her life. And I big her up every day, you know. Like the great Burning Spear said, let us recall some great men. Now, our lecturers, administrators, auxiliary staff, and the entire Edna community have all been crucial to every one of us lives, all the graduates' life. Edna Manley staff, big on up, right? Big up to our family members, guardians, and friends who made this day a reality. We have to big up our mother and our father. You know, even though some father never did that for we have to big them up still for them make we there. Big them up always. I could not proceed without thanking the people who have supported me personally on my journey. My mother, Miss Norma Jean Bertram Perry, she is my hero. And like all the graduates, dear mother and dear father, dear hero, but me big up my mother for she was the only one in my life, you know. Me big her up every day, right? And to all my other family members and friends, Miss Althea McHale, Haslam, you know, and my beautiful niece, I big them up every day. I would like to make special mention of some pioneers now that give me a great impact in my musical journey and also educationally. Now, Miss Hyacinth Garden Clark, she made me discover music at a tender age. When I went to Brownstone School, she showed me how on the piano. I didn't even know nothing about piano. But you know, just the way she act around the piano, I said, no, I want music. So big up Miss Hyacinth Clark. Mr. Ernest Ranglin, he's my musical godfather and my father figure. He also gave me the chance to tour the world for the first time, Mr. Ernest Ranglin, as a young bass player. Mr. Garden, Maurice Garden, he used to lecture at Edna Manley. He gave me the wide scope of the bass of playing the bass. Mr. Desmond Jones was my first band leader, who I had the privilege to travel the world with like artists like Jimmy Cliff, worldwide. You know, big up Mr. Desmond Jones every day. Now, my fellow graduates, we are more than friends. We struggle together, we play together, and we will always have this Edna connection. Wherever you go in this life, we will always have this connection. COVID never stopped us, you know. With all these complexities and uncontrollables, it never stopped we. But today, before I go, I want you to remember these three things I'm going to say to you. This is what keep me going, these three lines. This is what I make as my motto every day. Know your company and their words towards you. Sometimes you think you might have a friend, but that friend wants to see you fall. So you have to know your company and know your worth in life. Know that there will be challenges along the way, but your role is to conquer them. And finally, believe in yourself that you can be whatsoever you want to be. A lot of musicians look at me as a big man who put my life on pause to come back to Edna Manley and say, why are you going to Edna Manley? But, you know, I know what I want, so I don't listen to negative talking. I just push through push the hurdle, I push the big ball over that hill, and today, I'm finally on top of the hill, and the ball is rolling down the hill by itself right now. So big up everybody at Edna Manley. Big up.